This is like
It's so well done. Did you get help? Or you
No,
just
no,
did
it's
it
all trial and
yourself?
error. Okay.
You are amazing. Oh my gosh.
Okay, let's go. Hi, welcome back to my channel and welcome back to Wonder Snatch. I'm in half face again today because it's another makeover. And today I have a really good friend of mine. I've known him for a very long time. He's a musical theatre actor, radio host, and what else?
A voiceover artist.
Voiceover artist, yes, and you can hear the disembodied voice of Dwayne Tan.
Hello,
Come in.
Oh, it is. I'm a good.
Yeah, so this is Dwayne, my friend. He's a... What else are you?
I'm a
What
teacher
is your
as
level?
well.
Teacher
I've
as well?
lately been teaching, and now I want to explore your amazing world. You know, you've been so good at learning because you started from ground zero, right?
Zero, yeah, nothing.
And I'm amazed at how your channel has blossomed so well, and I love it. No other person talks about like medical stuff while doing makeup. I think
Thank you.
You found your groove. It's so
Yeah,
unique.
I think that's something I'm really passionate about. And also, Dwayne is probably one of my first guests who is not a stranger to drag. Everyone else that I've made over has never done drag before.
Really?
You've done it a few times.
I've done it a few times.
Okay, we'll talk about that.
Sure.
Okay, and if that's something you see, don't forget to give me a big thumbs up and subscribe to my channel and ring that bell for post notifications. Alright, I'll see you in a bit. Alright, so we're just going to start with blocking our brows. I was going to do this off camera, but I thought it might be quite interesting to just talk about the process.
Yeah.
Because obviously there's one picture here.
Yeah, you can use the pictures I've sent you.
It-
Oh yeah, that was my amateur. That was the only attempt besides the aerial one. That was the only time I tried to block my own brows, and I didn't have any help at all. That was from my school showcase. I was in Angels in America.
What do you do to block your brows? Do you remember?
Yes, I do. I just use my Kryolan foundation sticks and just lay it on as much as I could, and then I tried to put on some white, and that's all I could do. But what is the effect? What did you think about that picture?
From all the pictures you sent me, this was the one where I noticed that you tried to do your own brows. It was a good attempt, but of course the Kryolan stick itself will not cover anything. It's basically a cream and it's going to move the minute you sweat. So what
Even
we
with
need
powder,
to...
right?
Yeah. So that's why we usually use the glue. Usually glue everything down. Have you done this before?
No, it's like a Yoo-hoo glue, is it?
Yeah,
Almost?
no, it's like this Elmer's glue. This is the one that all the drag queens use. It's a purple... What? It's basically school glue. It's the stuff that kids use. And you've got quite okay brows. So I mean, they're not like super thick or anything.
No,
so
they're not.
and also I cleaned your brows with alcohol, and that helps because we want to keep all the oils and everything and sweat and everything away, because that will break up the glue.
Right.
I think it's very important to block your brows because it really changes your entire face, right? And that's basically what drag is.
Yeah, I see people redraw their entire brows, like completely not even on the brow line, almost, right? Like yours are, I can't even tell.
Mine,
Your
well,
brows are well hidden.
my brows are right there. So it's just mine is just above. Sometimes I do try to go crazy and do it even higher and everything, but you know, lately I've been liking this more natural look.
Right. You're going softer, is it? Which is why you noticed when I sent you the Elsa picture, you're like, oh, she's actually quite.
Yeah, that one
It's
was quite
quite
soft.
soft.
So that was another time you did drag was for your channel. Oh, Dwayne has a YouTube channel too, so follow him there. He in fact has 2 YouTube channels.
I do. I have my Disney one for all my Disney craziness, and then sometimes I drag as Disney princesses. Then I have Dwayne's Spin Stock, which is more local art scene, and interviewing like local celebrities and guests. So yeah, that one also I had a little exploration of cross-dressing and going out there and checking people's comfort levels. So that was interesting. I interviewed Becca DeBus.
This was about a year ago.
This was 2-3 years ago.
2-3 years ago, yeah. I think I was just starting out.
I remember the last time I was here, you were just learning how to style wigs.
Oh yeah?
And you were like not very happy with it, and then you got people to help you, and you're like, look at this compared to what I'm doing. But now I'm thinking you are quite happy doing it by yourself, right?
Yeah. And in fact, I think most of the wigs lately that I've been wearing have all been styled by myself. Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
I really love styling wigs. In fact, those two coming up. We're not wearing those today.
Right.
I was in the next room.
Okay. Well, next room, what happened to your... This room doesn't contain it all anymore, does it?
Oh god. I might be outgrowing this room soon, but I really don't know where I'll be going. I really have to start throwing
I think
stuff away.
you have to relook at what you have and throw stuff out and sort stuff. I mean, there's still a lot of space. I can see a lot.
Yeah. I mean, some of these are still empty, so I mean, I haven't filled every single nook and cranny yet.
Yeah. So what you're doing with the Elmer glue right now is is just
I'm trying to
covering it
flatten,
entirely,
yeah,
right?
and trying to flatten your hairs as much as possible.
The glue. And then what do did you put another layer over
No,
that?
and then we
like
powder. And then we powder that.
Ah.
Yeah, yours is tricky because your sideburns are a
Mine's
little
long,
bit
right?
long. Yeah.
But also, if you restyle a wig, do you worry about it wearing out? And also, if you really like the previous style, then isn't it better to buy another wig?
Yeah,
How do
yeah,
you balance
definitely.
those?
Wigs actually get better as you restyle them more.
Really?
Yeah, especially for drag wigs, because the more you destroy them and the more the fibers get a little bit ratty and everything, it's actually easier to tease and easier to make into really crazy styles.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, so actually restyling a wig, the second or third time around is actually the best time for the wig.
Wow.
Yeah. Unless of course you're going for that, bone straight kind of
Oh
look
yeah,
or
then
something like that.
You need
Yeah.
a new wig, right?
Yeah.
For that.
And wigs now are not that expensive. I mean, you can buy a good synthetic wig off of Amazon or AliExpress for $60-70.
Oh my gosh.
And those are pretty good quality already.
Wow.
And style. So yeah, so that's where I've been usually getting my wigs.
Right.
Yeah. So usually what I do is I use a bit of a pigmented pressed powder
Mm-hmm.
and then I just press it in there.
It's quite a bit of stuff you gotta get, like a specific powder, right?
Well, I mean, a lot of people just use foundation, but I found that this is really cheap. This is like
That's-
LA Girl and it's like $4.
okay.
And it's my favorite stuff for blocking the brows because it really presses quite flat.
Wow.
And the color also cancels out the brow. So see?
Wow, that was
Yeah.
fast. Like I saw it was quite dark at first, and now it's just all.
Yeah. So I wanted to ask you a lot about your theatre experience also. So you are basically a full-time theatre person here in Singapore, right?
Not so much anymore. I mean, I teach more. I mean, I was full time for 20 years, so I consider the fact that I still feel like I have the chops because I teach musical theatre performance. So it's I still practice it a lot, and it's on my mind constantly.
Okay, we're gonna prime your face. So use this and just rub it on all the areas except where I didn't powder.
Okay.
So we're just priming the face. This helps you protect your skin from all the
Including
all
under
heavy
the eyes,
makeups.
right?
Yeah.
So yeah, if there's a good role in theatre, especially maybe a drag role, I would love to try it.
Yeah.
Like I always wanted
like-
to play the evil queen, and when I was in Snow White, I was eyeing that evil queen role that Sebastian playing. I was thinking I can play. I want to play a villain and a drag villain.
So in Singapore, we do have like these Christmas shows, a bit like the pantos
pantos
they
in the
have in
UK.
Britain. Yeah. So we always have some sort of drag element as well. You've been in several of those, right?
I've done Hansel and Gretel, Snow White, and Caleb, our good friend Caleb, who's also teaching musical theatre and who has gone from performing to teaching. He was in Jack and the Beanstalk as well, and he's done drag as well.
So Caleb's also a really good friend of ours, and the very first time I performed in drag was with my friend Caleb Go, and it was for our friend's birthday party, and I learned from you that sorry Caleb if this is not supposed
what?
to reach me.
From me? What did you learn?
that he was not very. That was a bit apprehensive performing with me because of being overshadowed by a drag queen or something like that.
Oh really? I said that. Okay. Overshadowed by a drag queen.
Yeah, so
as in-
I thought that he was gonna have fun, but it seemed like he felt being on stage with a drag queen. It was a bit.
Oh, maybe it could have been.
Yeah, which is actually something we might discuss later. Later we'll be doing a video for Dwayne's channel, so go over and check it out. We're gonna talk about Everybody's Talking About Jamie, which is a
Yes.
new movie that came out. And when I watched it, I felt that when you're in drag, you basically sometimes you suck all the air out of the room.
You do,
right?
because people
Yeah.
are just want to watch person being in drag, and which is why the title Everybody's Talking About Jamie, and this is a real life story, right?
Yeah. So we'll talk more about that later. But yeah, that's kind of what I felt, and kind of what I've been thinking about lately too. Whenever you are in drag, you kind of like become a bit of a narcissist.
Oh, do you feel that about yourself?
I mean, I didn't really feel that about myself, but I have thought about it. I mean, recently I did go on a boat, and I went.
I mean,
and
yes, the stairs and everything. Like, how did you walk out? And I mean, these days it's so much easier, right? People, it's like they're more accepting and they just love it and they celebrate you, right? Do you feel like they were celebrating?
Well, some people did. There was also a point when I first was really getting into drag where I actually went to a friend's wedding in drag.
Okay.
It was a big gay wedding, so I thought, obviously they would like a drag queen.
Okay, but then you have the
No, everyone loved it.
Oh,
Everyone
well,
loved it. Maybe they were busy at the time, but my friends were a little bit, standoffish. So now thinking back, I'm just wondering whether it was the right decision. I don't know.
But you said everyone loved it, but your own friends.
My own friends, the two are getting married.
Oh.
Yeah. So now I'm thinking back, was that the best decision? You know how they say don't overshadow the bride and
Yeah,
stuff like that?
there's that for sure. But I mean, yeah, that's a tricky one. I wonder.
Okay, so now we're contouring basically. Do you ever contour whenever you did drag last time?
Yeah, I do, and I actually use 2 different shades to contour even before I start my makeup.
Okay.
So yeah, I do.
Yeah, so we'll be using probably about 3 or 4 different foundations because
Oh, wow.
right now we have a base shade and then I'm using pure white for the middle of your face.
Okay.
Okay, and this
Wow.
really helps to highlight, and something really light like that really helps to give you that really feminine face. I mean, if you just look at this alone, just the white alone, how much that changes your face.
Yeah,
Yeah?
that's crazy.
Yeah.
So you've gone from doing your own makeup to helping others. Do you find that transition was, I'm sure it wasn't difficult, but it was different, right? Like you had to adjust shading to different people's face.
You should see the first few makeovers I did to my friends who were kind enough to be my guinea pigs on this channel. They were quite horrendous.
Oh no! Oh, so you didn't like the result?
No, but they loved it. They had a great time. But
Of
I
course,
was
that means
like,
their first time
could have
they-
done better. Yeah.
Right.
But they were really good sports. And I mean, even last year, I'm still not the best. You're probably only the 6th person
Right.
I've done the makeup on,
Right.
and then slowly getting
learning.
there.
What I've learned is like for me shading, like in the past when I used to perform at the Boom Boom Room either, so I was watching the drag queens doing their makeup and everything, and I would try and shade my nose. I wasn't in drag, but I would shade them, just to follow like the culture and everything, and I realized I can't shade my nose too much because it would look really no, actually not so much my nose. I mean, because I have pretty long
Yep.
narrow face, so when I start shading my sides, it really makes my face look too thin. So like for example, I can't contour, or rather there must be a different way to contour my face,
Yep.
right? Because
So let's give that a go.
yeah.
So for you do have a very long face.
Yeah.
But you do have very amazing cheekbones already. So we just want to make those pop up even more.
Oh, okay.
So what I'm doing is I'm putting the contour right beneath your cheekbone here. Okay, and then
Okay.
it's going to bring it around.
Would it make it too sharp?
No,
right?
if I did it right, it should actually round up your face a little bit.
Ah. I won't have that maleficent
Well,
effect.
you sometimes you want that, right?
Right, I guess so, yeah.
If you're gonna be doing real drag, you really want to get that really hyper feminine, hyper structured face. Sometimes that's what we're going for, and we're not trying to fool anyone that we're a real woman.
Yep,
right?
yep.
We're exaggerating femininity, exaggerating what society expects of women, what society expects of a beautiful woman, and then
Right.
we're just saying, look, is this sexy? Right? And I think that's something that you explored in your series as well, right? The difference between drag and just basically cross-dressing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I started out not knowing too much, and I almost lumped it together, you know. But then I realized it's quite different.
Yeah.
And then now there are women who are also interested in
drag.
drag. Like
Yeah.
Mina K.
Yeah.
You know her?
Oh yeah, of course. She's a
She
big
actually
fan of her.
was very. Oh really?
Yeah,
She was very
huge fan.
interested to come actually, and I wasn't sure.
Oh, did she?
She said she.
I'll make her over next.
She said she was. I mean, she doesn't like. She's never been officially introduced to you, right?
Yeah.
So she was like, oh, she's like, I want to dress up as a drag queen and perform.
She's next.
That's her
She's
thing.
next.
Awesome.
I'm a huge fan of Mina K.
Oh my
Mina,
gosh,
you're
she
next.
would totally come on. Mina, I got you what you wished for. I mean, like it's an easy match. I didn't know. I didn't know you
Yeah.
would.
No, I'm actually taking singing lessons now with TJ. So I see
She
her
mentioned-
there. Yeah,
she mentioned.
So I see her there now. Yeah.
Nice. Yeah, tell her. Yeah.
I
she'd
mean,
be
my
ready
goal
for
is
it.
to make over as many people as possible. In fact, if this ever gets out and I'm like, my people at work, I would love to make up over like my scientist friends, doctors and stuff like that, and just talk to them about.
Wow.
I mean, right now I'm just doing people who would do it, but I would like to just make over anyone. Okay, so now we're going to try to do your brows. I like to see. You can see your face shape has.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
Okay.
Yeah, it's all popping.
Look straight on if not,
Okay.
they're going to be crooked like my
Right.
last one.
It's okay.
So I like to do brows with cream first also,
Oh, okay.
because you can move it around quite easily, and then deepen it up later with powder. So everything in creams and in powders.
Right. Yeah, cream slides better. Wow. She's looking.
So
deep.
a lot bigger than the brows that you drew on for yourself. I mean,
Yeah.
the brows you drew were really, really high, right? Yeah. So what's the first time you in drag? What was that? That you looked stunning there actually. That was really, really a
Oh
nice.
my gosh, that was
nice
that
one.
was a good
Yeah.
first one.
Yeah.
Okay, so the story was I was in the music and drama company, so back then I think 18, and then we used to have these like parties, like just for fun. One of the our seniors would book a room, and then we'll just just have a get together. And then I think I drank too much, and then I just laid on the bed, and then the guys thought it would be funny to drag me while I was asleep. But I think they did it properly though. I can remember being hoisted up the chair. I was sitting in front of the chair with the light and everything.
You mean you didn't know anything and you woke up, and when you woke up you were in drag?
I do remember like vague parts of like they were putting makeup on me, but I was a bit half unconscious, so it wasn't like I was completely unconscious. And then I remember slipping on the dress, and the half of me was just going with it. I was just going, what are you doing? Okay lah, just try lah. And then when I fully came round, I was like, oh my gosh, what is going on? Like that is the strangest first time, because you don't recognize yourself in the mirror, and that's the first time I've looked in the mirror and didn't recognize myself. So it was a bit strange.
Where did they get the dress?
I don't know, Mota was there. Mota Kasim, who owns Morphosis, who still does costumes, and yeah, he had this dress. It was a real drag. Gerald Wong, I think it might have been his dress. So these are some of the drag queens. Do you know of Gerald Wong?
No, I don't.
No.
Tell me about him.
I don't know too much. I just remember back in the day when I was young, I always see him in drag every once in a while, and he's stunning. But he didn't do it too often. But when he did it, it was stunning, and he was known for it too. I think he performed once or twice at the Boom Boom Room, but he was like always a guest.
The sort of Boom Boom Room is a cabaret club in Bugis, which used to be a lot of drag queens. Queens there.
It was Singapore's
and you used to sing there.
I used to sing there.
Well, how old were you when you did that?
I was in the army at the time. I was kind of
for a year. It says on your profile you sang there for a year.
Yeah, about a year when they just moved to Far East Square.
That's amazing.
As a younger teen, I used to go to the one at Bugis to watch Kumar and all the queens and all the dancers, and I would be like so fascinated by it, and even just the performing culture and everything. And then I thought like, hey, it'd be crazy one day to be performing here. There's always a singer who sings songs in between the numbers so that they can go get changed, especially after a whole number where everybody's on stage, and then the next number nobody can be on stage, right? So they throw the singer out. So I auditioned and somehow I got it, and so that was the start of it lah.
Okay, I think we're gonna powder this off camera. Okay, and then we'll be right back.
Sure.
Okay, we'll be right back.
I'm lost. I'm just looking at you, and I'm like, I'm not sure I can replicate this process,
Yeah,
right?
I think
I feel like a lot there may be more directionless potential drag queens out there who might want to start but don't know how.
I guess YouTube is a really good place to start.
Right.
Yeah, and just buying stuff. Yeah, I agree. You can't find everything in one place.
Yeah.
Okay, especially for drag. I mean, Amazon you probably could, but even just looking for the stuff itself, it can be quite daunting. So yeah, one thing I have mentioned to you before, I said I would love to have some sort of a academy or some sort of a queer art space where we can have workshops for stuff like drag, burlesque, queer art forms.
That would be so good for Singapore. We don't have that here.
A lot of people just tell me they don't think it's going to be sustainable. There might not be enough people doing it. So I've been, especially now, it's hard to start anything. So. But this is definitely something I want to try in the future, And then it also can be a performance space, like a piano bar, cabaret, stuff like that at night. And then during the day or maybe during a pandemic, can be converted into places where you learn stuff. I mean, right now Sing Theatre does a lot of that kind of stuff. And people like TJ, Mina, we talked about Mina earlier.
Yeah.
They would be perfect for this. Okay, so now there's this eye primer, which is basically foundation for the eyelids.
Okay. Oh, it's a different thing. You can't just put foundation on the eyelids.
Yeah, you can.
But it'll be a bit thick, right?
It'll be a bit thick. So this is thinner, and it's a little bit more sticky. So it holds on to the eyeshadow. I'm
so ill-equipped for this. I thought I had enough. I mean, I have a very simple set at home.
I don't think you need to go into all this. I mean, I admit I'm a bit over the top.
But that's what you have to be.
Yeah. You could probably do quite nice drag looks with stuff from Daiso and stuff like that too. The things that would probably you need to look a bit further would be probably, in Singapore it's hard to find really deep colours sometimes.
Oh, okay.
So sometimes you might need to go to Sephora for that. Yeah, so if I go to like the drugstore and everything, the foundations don't ever go up to anything more than what a Chinese person would wear.
Right. So it's very, yeah, doesn't stand out. Sephora, I didn't bring it today, but I bought this gold powder, I guess. It's very, very rich. Yeah.
Yeah, and you brought a palette which is basically all shimmers, right? Yeah. So I mean, for shimmers is good, but shimmers, because they reflect the light, they don't give you that kind of forward and back kind of thing that you want to achieve when you do drag.
Oh, I see.
So you know, when you
it's not the
contour, yeah.
best.
So for the base, you would want something. I think you'd probably want something matte so you can reshape the face.
Okay.
And then you put the shimmers on top in very strategic places.
Right.
If you did a whole face in shimmers, you would probably not. You'd be a tin man.
Yeah. Okay, I understand now. Wow.
Yeah.
But you can still use it, but it's just not.
Not too much. And you just need to know where to put it. I mean, of course, the first times I did drag, of course, I'm attracted to everything, the shiniest things, the most colorful things. But you know, after a while, you realize that there's always a balance.
Right.
that you
Yeah, I
need.
think that's me. Yeah, that's me. I'm
Like for example,
oh my God,
this
the shimmer palette.
this has tons of shimmers, but you know, all I use are the mattes. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm drawn to the shimmers, but yeah,
Yeah.
they haven't been touched. Wow, I can feel the control in your strokes.
So tell us a bit about your YouTube journey. How long have you been on YouTube?
Oh, well, I actually have 3 channels. My first
what's
channel
your
was
third channel?
first channel was just Dwayne Tan, just my own vlogs. Every once in a while, very non-committal. You know, like if I have a cover, I'll put it there. If I have if I travel, I'll also put some of that there, or if I have any thoughts and anything about my career as well. All my voiceovers are there. And then I decided sometime in, I think it will be 5 years now, I needed another YouTube channel because I wanted to talk about Disney. So
Huge Disney fan,
yeah,
right? So am I.
huge Disney fan, yeah. So I that was where I threw everything, like, you know, my park visits, my interviews with Disney, you know, Broadway stars or Imagineers or composers. They would all be there, and like Disney news, Disney merchandise, everything about Disney is there. And so I had that viral video. So that was what blew up
The viral video about China,
about Shanghai
Disney,
Disneyland
yeah.
being quite not so what I expect at a Disneyland park. So that was, I didn't plan it. It just kind of blew up. So then I got a bit more serious about YouTube for a while. You know, I was invited to the YouTube office here. They were like, first time for Singaporeans. So I was just like, what was going on? And then
Oh wow, really?
yeah.
Wow. Okay.
It was pretty fun. And then I also participated in a influencer event, which is a bit weird because I'm not an influencer. I'm more of a theatre person, although I do know the media. So I got invited to do a pilot, which is what I did.
This is with Google.
With
Disney.
Yeah, Disney.
Disney, yeah,
yeah. It was with Maker Studios, who is owned by Disney, and now Maker has been absorbed and it's been changed to Disney Digital. And then I decided I also needed another voice, another channel to express my support for the local art scene and its people. So I started doing Spin Stop. So it's been an interesting YouTube journey. I definitely, on the Disney side, have met many people. I've made so many friends from around the world. Some are in Paris, some are in Florida, and they're something about Disney. So like, you know, we are dear friends because we just connect right away. It's hard to explain.
And right now you're also a DJ. You've also started doing some work on the radio.
Yes. So that I'm on Class 95, and hosting it's a whole different thing. So I had to put myself through a couple of rounds of training with the panel, as well as like how to talk in this current climate, because it's different from before.
Oh yeah. What kind of stuff do they tell you?
I mean, the current climate itself. I mean, whether or not it's MediaCorp, I think we all have to be a bit more sensitive about like what we say, because there's also that Me Too movement, the cancel culture, and everything. So you want to be really careful about what you say. So yeah, I have to be very careful about what I put on my own social media now, because I represent the company. So even something like this, you know.
Oh yeah. Do you have to run this by anyone?
No, I don't. But I have to be mindful of what I say, and which leads to actually the drag persona. So what I'm gonna do is, I might have a drag persona. I'm not gonna talk about what name I'm
why
gonna
not?
have right now here. So that's disconnected to me because the drag persona is gonna allow me to say anything I want, and I'm not associated with the
Cool.
Dwayne Tan who's representing all these various organizations that I work for. So I think I'm just gonna let that be on its own. You know, if it picks up, it picks up. But I'm gonna be, you know, exactly who I want to be in. Which is the point of drag,
Cool,
right?
okay.
Yeah.
And where's this drag persona gonna live?
I'm gonna try.
Is it YouTube or?
I don't know. Should I say too much? I mean, I'm gonna probably TikTok. I
Okay,
think.
okay.
Yeah. And I hope to not be recognized. So
Oh, okay.
I am probably gonna have a different accent, a different attitude. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. I'm not sure. And also probably to live on Twitch. My other thing was to think of being a drag streamer, drag
yeah.
gamer.
There are a lot of drag queens who do that too.
Right,
They,
yeah.
They stream games and stuff like that. I'm still waiting for my PS5. So
Okay. Is it out of stock?
Yes,
It is, right?
I bought it just for the Demon Slayer fighting game. I can't wait for
Nice.
that. Yeah.
And you're gonna be in drag playing that, right?
I don't know. I haven't decided yet.
You have to figure out your setup, like how you're gonna film yourself while streaming the game.
Oh god, that's gonna be.
I can
such a
help you.
nightmare.
I can help you.
Are you streaming on Twitch now too?
Sometimes, and already that's hard. And then to get in makeup into stream is another. Might be harder. And also, I was wondering if I could actually cut singles
Sing.
as a drag. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'd be the gamer and music.
So basically, Trixie Mattel.
Oh,
Yeah,
is that what
Trixie-
she does?
Yeah, she's got country albums.
Wow.
She streams. She's got makeup line and everything. Yeah, Trixie Mattel is one of my idols.
She's got a really big makeup, right? Hers is
Yeah,
like the
yeah,
very super
huge.
big eyes. But like the thing is also like to figure out if I have the space or if I want to dedicate the space for it. It's really a commitment. I feel like keeping all the dresses and everything. Where do you find all the space? It's in this room, right?
Some of it has spilled over into another room, but yeah, drag is a commitment of space. It takes over your life.
Wow.
It will take over your life.
Really?
If you really get into it. I mean, just look at this room. And
I mean, yeah.
I guess you're quite slim, so you can get away with probably wearing stuff from, Forever 21. You can just buy women's clothes, and that's pretty okay. And that's what I've been doing too.
But is it not larger than life enough?
A lot of it is a personality too. You don't need to have huge costumey things all the time. I mean, I would definitely want to make those if I have shows and stuff. But for example, walking around the boat, I was just wearing regular women's clothes.
Really? Okay.
Yeah. Those weren't made for me.
But I mean, I think you really look so larger than life. Just like everything, even if you wear regular clothes, it somehow seems larger than life. I think people are also.
Yeah, and also because I'm quite a big person too. So when I'm in drag, I'm basically almost like 7-8 feet tall.
Yeah, with the heels and everything, right?
Yeah.
Amazing. But that's the funny thing. That's interesting though. You say like, when you walk to the wedding, you everything is sucked, right? You suck the attention, and it's amazing how it spills over into your life as well. Like it's not only just other people are sucked in, your life, gets sucked into this.
I guess that's why RuPaul calls her drag persona the monster. Yeah.
Wow. I'm afraid now. Should I unleash the monster? Or have I been very good at not unleashing it? As in, it won't come out. I mean, if I've dabbled in it that few number of times and not actually been sucked in, maybe.
I wouldn't say don't give it a go. Definitely go for it. But how big you want to do it. I mean, eventually you probably want to do shows, live shows,
Yep.
and that's when you're going to start accumulating a lot of stuff. So if it's an example, that cupboard there, those are my really bulky things.
Yeah. You can't even close the cupboard.
Yeah, I can't even close the cupboard.
That's amazing. That's such a metaphor.
Yeah, you can't even close the cupboard. And the wigs, all up there, is going to run out of... Is this flickering? I can't tell from my
It's flickering.
Yeah, okay. That means I need to change it. Batteries. This is the one-man show.
Gosh. Oh, you have your chargers right there.
Yeah. At least I have another set of batteries.
Wow.
So lighting doesn't... So you can keep consistent lighting.
Yeah, I think the thing I'm realizing now is the commitment of like everything. Then you balance this on top of your full-time job.
Yeah.
How would you have time to game or like read or watch TV or?
Oh yeah. So when I was uploading twice a week, in between editing videos and everything, I had no time to read or to catch up with pop culture and everything. So that's why I've reduced it to once a week because I
Right.
really needed to start. If not, yeah, there's so much stuff on Disney Plus, especially. It was around
there's
the time.
so
yeah.
much. And do you sometimes record like 2 episodes at one go so that you can schedule them and not have to worry about
Well, I try to, but right now the way my content works is like it's one look for one video. So we'll take a lot of time to do 2 videos in a day.
True.
And I also have a partner also, so I can't just leave him hanging and just be
Yeah.
filming videos all the time.
And do you feel like it's difficult to create content or it comes naturally?
Yeah, right now I'm just focusing on stuff that I like. I've decided I'm not going to try to chase trends and stuff like that.
Right.
Because if not, it just drives you nuts.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's very very hard keeping up with the kids these days.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah, let's try to contour that nose.
Have you watched Q-Force?
Oh yeah. Do you like it?
It's super fun. Yeah, I love it. I
Yeah,
love
yeah,
it.
me
It got
too.
really not so great reviews.
Give it a few seasons, it will find its.
I hope it
find
has
its footing.
another season. I think it's brilliant. I love it. I don't think it's cliched at all. I think.
It does have its cliches, but it does them knowingly.
Yeah.
It does them knowingly. It's trying to make references to it. They have jokes which, if you weren't a lesbian, sometimes you might not even know, right?
Yeah.
For example, all the lesbian jokes.
Yeah.
And then and all that. Yeah. So
It
I
has a
thought-
lot
I
of
thought it was fun,
references. Yeah. I mean, which doesn't make. I guess what I meant was it's not dated like how they say it is. Like, some reviews said it was dated, and I thought no. I mean, they've got very cool references and. Sure, the whole spy thing and everything, but there's a twist to it, right? It's like gay spy, which is
Yeah, like gay James Bond, which definitely it's never been done.
and they make fun of it, and I love it. How to be sexual as a spy, because that's part of it. That is so funny.
We're a bit further along. He's got blush and everything on now. I'm gonna try to do his lips now. I just realized you can't talk when you do this, so there's no point turning the camera on.
Yeah, I can't. Unless I do. This is also cream.
Yeah, it is a liquid lipstick. Okay, wait, I'm just going to do that.
Oh my gosh, your durian video, like the detailing.
Oh yeah, body paint. I like doing that sometimes too.
Did you even learn
Huh?
that? All that
No,
shading
no,
and all that? How
trial
no?
and error.
Oh my, that's amazing. So have you tried actually?
It's a bit like do you see my Audrey 2?
No.
When I did Audrey 2, Audrey / Audrey 2
Little Shop, is it?
For Halloween last year. Let me show you. My Little Shop of Horrors, you can't see.
Oh yeah.
But it's
I
Audrey
remember.
mixed with Audrey 2.
It's liquid.
Yeah, liquid glitter eyeshadow. I love this stuff.
Oh my gosh. How do you blend it though?
Liquid blends like easily, and it's not super opaque either, so it blends in with the rest of the makeup quite easily.
Okay.
Yeah, almost done.
Yay.
Oh, you do look almost like exactly like me.
I
Okay.
have been
Wonder
wonder
snatched.
snatched. Right, yes.
Trying to make that a thing. Okay, can you curl your own lashes?
Sure.
Yeah. And squeeze a little bit longer. Hold for 5 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
I think I can only come alive if I'm doing something. So maybe later I have to like give you a small like singing lesson and be in my persona like, honey, you gotta. Otherwise, I wouldn't know. Like, is that true though? Like, I can't just come up with something if I'm not doing something. I think I need to be doing something for that drag persona to come out. Have you ever thought of 2 personas?
Yeah, I do have 2 personas. I have my drag king persona,
Oh, you do?
Snatch Wonder.
Snatch Wonder is another YouTube channel, is it?
No, it's another Instagram page, but I've done.
Oh my gosh, okay.
So Snatch Wonder is my drag king persona.
Nice.
He might be coming for Snatchoween coming up. Stay
Nice.
tuned. so I'm going to be doing a whole bunch of spooky looks for Halloween. So
Oh, nice. Yeah, I always wondered if like drag queens had 2 personas and then like because you have a different accent and everything, but then the thing is when you have one persona already, when you dress up so many different ways, like I guess the thing is how do you separate your 2 personas if both are dressing up in so many different ways? And it's still you, and it's like basically what identifies you as.
Yeah, so
one
I guess for me,
versus the
Snatch
other.
Wonder and Wonder Snatch and Snatch Wonder are 2 different sides of it. 2 different when I'm playing with gender. That's what I do.
Yeah.
I guess sometimes when you're in drag, sometimes you're not a man or a woman, so maybe you can have a persona for that as well.
Right.
So I was toying with the idea of a third drag persona where I'm like this robot alien creature.
Oh, nice.
And I'll be spelling Wonder Snatch but with numbers and stuff. So it'd be
nice.
1D apostrophe.
Yeah.
Yeah, something like that, you know?
Yeah,
so
then
that would
put
be like my robot alien creature from somewhere.
I
you
think
know?
that's a good idea. And
So
then-
that's my third persona.
And what is your wish for that, the robot persona?
I don't know, just
what would it...
doing all these editorial fashion spreads and stuff like that. Yeah,
And would you have a different voice?
No, it's just
You won't
one
speak at all?
No,
Brilliant,
one speak at all. That
brilliant.
one is just like beautiful, just standing
Oh
there.
my
just
gosh,
for people to
brilliant.
take pictures. And One Snatch is the one that goes around talking to everyone.
Right. I actually want to make an alien one, but then it
Oh,
can't
yeah?
be the same, right? It has to be different, right? An alien, like a very Singaporean, like...
I mean,
Alien
you could
drag.
still go as the same, and you're playing different characters.
I see.
But or you could, whatever your drag name's gonna be, it's still a secret. He won't tell me.
I don't want to get in trouble with the organizations I work for. It's not that I don't want to. I'll tell you off camera. I just want to show up at events, you know, like you know, the Yum Yum Disco or something, which just happened, right? Did you go for that one?
The last one I couldn't because
This
I was
weekend.
actually cooking. So it was-
Well, do you think that's a good start, like to just show up randomly at these events, unnamed person, just like, who is this?
yeah,
And
I mean for drag, that's something that everyone says you should do. If you want to
Is
get
it?
your name out there as a drag queen and everything, just show up at events in drag.
Right.
And just show up. People will start asking who's that. Get your name out there.
Right. You can't travel in drag, right? I would imagine.
Well, I just did.
But can you
Open.
get on a plane and drag?
I mean, some drag queens do. Some drag queens have
Wow.
said that they came straight from the gig and went on a plane and in full drag to go to another city because they had no time. So sometimes they do that. I think once the lashes come on, everything
Just-
comes together.
Right. It's the
Yeah.
lashes, right? Yeah, it's such a drag thing, the lashes.
Do you want to try padding?
If you have
Yeah.
time, I
Yeah,
mean,
yeah,
if
yeah.
it helps, I don't know if I'll fit it back into my clothes. But padding does help because I have such a narrow waist and it doesn't take too long, right? I mean, padding is just... Will it fit me though?
Okay, so I think we're almost there. Looking
Nice.
quite Wonder Snatched.
Wow, so clean and fresh. I love it.
Okay, we're gonna get into our outfits, and I think we'll be back with the finished look.
See
How do you
then.
feel?
I feel fabulous. I feel fabulous. I just need to do something so my persona comes out. I need to put it all on so it'll come out.
Okay,
more, yeah.
okay. We'll see you in a bit.
I can't. My ass is bigger than I expect.
Come in a little bit.
Okay.
And we're back. A couple of housewives lounging around in a leopard print.
I am fully dragified and snatchified. What is it called?
Wonder Snatched.
Wonder snatched. I feel amazing. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, how do you feel? You said just now this is your first time in actual full drag, hair, makeup, everything.
Hips, everything. Yeah, I feel like I can be anyone I want to be, and I am so excited for this journey right now.
And are you ready to share with us your name or maybe a placeholder?
Yeah, a placeholder name is Diana DooGudder.
Ooh, DooGudder.
DooGudder. I do
because she does the body good.
I do my body good, and I do good things for people. I'm a little bit bitchy when you're not so good because it's all in the name of good though. And the udder is like supposed to be the boobs. So I've got to work on.
Oh, gooder as in UDDR.
Yes, UDDR.
Oh.
GUDDR. Do gooder.
UDDR.
Yes, exactly.
Alright, and if you like this video, don't forget to give me a big thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. And ring that bell for post notifications. Don't forget to follow Dwayne on all his channels as well. You know, remind them where you can find you on the internet.
You can find me on Dwayne's Spin Stop. I'm also Disney Dwayne, sometimes Elsa. And you can find me at Dwayne Tan as well.
Alright, okay. So, I hope you enjoyed this video and we'll see you next time. Bye.
Bye.
Bye. Okay, let's do a montage of us just
Okay.
posing with each other. Like for the thumbnail and stuff. Okay, and now we have Dwayne in his debut drag.
My debut,
appearance.
this is really my debut proper drag. I mean, I've got hips sponsored by Victoria Wonder
Turn around,
Snatch.
turn around. Ooh, booty.
And I've got this top from Love Bonito. Oh my gosh. I feel so good. I feel so happy. Finally. Now I gotta sing and grab a microphone.
What numbers would you do in drag?
I would probably, I have no idea how to think about it, but some, like, there is a, oh, I need a hero, or I don't know, like, I would sing. I also sing some Frozen ones, like
Frozen,
To Be
yeah.
Unknown and Letting Go, maybe just to be annoying.
Into the Unknown.
Yeah, and use my high like.
Can you sing Into the Unknown?
Yeah, I can if I just Into the Unknown. I can just use my Into the Unknown. Into the Unknown. I can just use my drag voice, which I can't use as a guy, right? Because who sings like that?
This is my way. I'll show you the difference face tips makes. For me at least.
No, I mean I can tell I already I'm not like I think it has aged me, right? I don't know, like
Very dynasty,
Tai
very
Tai,
maturely,
yeah.
Tai Tai, yeah.
Yeah, like I feel older, like a more mature lady. Oh my god, you're so tall. No, because when you put it on, I'm looking at it, I'm imagining a lady now, but then I'm like, this lady is tall, you have a great size for drag.
Yeah,
Like, it's like
and when I stitch and everything, I get this proportion of
amazing. Yeah, it's
really
really
ba-ba-boom.
it's really something you have
Yeah.
that most drag queens won't have, which is like you should play to your advantage.
Yeah, so that's why when I'm in drag, I like the biggest hair, the big tall shoes. So I sometimes I'm even like 8 feet tall, you know.
Yeah, you should. Oh my gosh, I wonder what I should do. I should play on what?
Your voice.
My
Your
voice, right.
your acting,
Yeah,
stuff that you're good as a boy, bring
Right.
into your drag. That's why I do my
Yeah.
medical stuff. And that's
Right.
why I do my science communication. That's what I'm trying to do. You really, drag is basically exaggerating the best parts of yourself.
Right.
And also shining a light on the worst parts of yourself also if you
Yeah.
are daring enough.
Right.
So that's why I think
I've
that's why
always
drag
been
is
quite
therapeutic.
embarrassed about how, like, in a way, actually small my waist is as a guy.
No, in drag,
so like
show
in
it
drag,
off.
I can
Yeah, show it
actually-
off.
because
Yeah.
I don't know, because it's too feminine, right? And my legs are also very feminine. So like yeah, in drag it's like the perfect excuse to be everything you can't
Exactly,
be.
yeah.
Oh yay! Oh my
Perfect.
gosh.
Okay, so I'm just gonna put
Too tight? I don't know how to pose. You pose much better.
This pose. Extend your fingers, touch your hair, touch your chest. Let's see.
I don't know what I'm doing.
It's posing. All right. Okay. Don't forget to check out my other makeovers. I made it under Rosali recently, and also my brother-in-law, Nicotina telenovela. Bye. Okay, we're done with that.